Okay, Unit 4 revision goal, question 11. About a population experience seasonal growth. And so we get dp dt, where p is the population, p is the population in thousands, t is the number of months since the beginning of spring. Determine the population at T6 and T12 and comment on the change in population and reasonableness of your result. Let's start by solving. We're going to separate our variables. dp on p equals pi on 6 sine pi on 6t dt. Integrate both sides. ln p equals pi on 6. Sine goes to negative cos pi on 6t over pi on 6 plus c. So what is going to happen with the two pi on 6's? They'll cancel, won't they? Which is kind of nice for us. So ln p equals negative cos pi on 6t plus c. So p equals e to the negative cos pi on 6t plus c. P equals ae to the negative cos pi on 6t, where a equals e to the c. We knew that when PO equals 1, so at the start of spring, it's 1. That gives me 1 equals AE to the negative cos 0. 1 equals AE to the negative 1. So bring this over, so that's going to divide over. 1 over e to the negative 1 is a equals e to the 1, or just e. So p equals e times e to the negative cos pi on 6t. Now when t equals 6, p equals e to the negative cos, and if I times that by 6, that'll be pi, won't it? And now my cos graph goes like this. At pi, it's going to be negative 1. So p will be equal e to the negative 1. So p equals e squared. Because that's negative 1, so it's 1. E times e is e squared. When t equals 12, p equals e by e to the negative cos 2 pi, won't it? Which is back up to 1. That's where 2 pi is. So p equals e to the negative 1. That'll be p equals 1. It says comment on the change. Well, we can see that the change is cyclic. So remember thinking when t equals 0, this was the start of spring. This is the start of spring. So you need to write, so when it was start of spring here, it's reasonable because it's a cyclic, it's seasonal, that after 12 months back at the start of spring, the population is the same. The population was 1 at the start of the spring here. The population is 1 at the start of spring here. The population increases here. Now I realise if this was tech active, you could work out what that was. If this is tech free, you know that this is, you should know that E is 2 point something. So E squared is going to be bigger than 4. So it's going to be an increase. So the population is 1,000. It will increase and then it will come back down at the start of spring. It's 1 again. So you need to write something about that with your comment on your reasonableness.